So we're in Clovis, California. We just finished installing 4 lavatory faucets widespread. These are Brizo products in a polished nickel. The homeowner purchased all these and we installed them for her. There's 2 in the hall bath, side by side on the same lavatory, same sink cabinet. And I'm not going to take a picture of those because it's going to be repetitive. You know, the plumbing underneath, and of course, you know, the faucets, they're all identical, countertops are identical, sinks are identical. So I did want to take video in here because you've got a repipe down here, flashlight, and right there you can see brass comes out, looks like a galvanized nipple is corroding, and it's dripping down, and so you need to replace the nipple is all. Hopefully the brass is still in good shape. I'm almost certain that it is, but we'll bring our PEX tools and you know, another fitting in case there's a problem with that. But typically it's just the galvanized pipe is corroding. So brass nipple, and then we'll replace that shutoff valve. Give you a quarter turn on, quarter turn off. This one over here didn't show any signs of leaking. It's copper compression, and it's a multi-turn, but it's not leaking. You can see a little bit of scale, you know, there. It looks like it was rolling down from the old connector, the scale, the white part on the side, but we're going to leave that alone. So this is installed. It was pretty tight. Shut that phone up. It was pretty tight up here. They got the waste so high in the wall. Right there, coming out so high. We usually go about 18 to 20. That looks like about 24. And so the problem is it trapped over. They had some adapters and they dipped the trap down real low and turned it upside down, and it just was a mess back there. So what we did is we cut this tailpiece off. Normally this tailpiece right here that connects to this part is about this long, okay? So we cut it off to here and we flipped it around. There might be a little bit of back grate on the arm, but it fits right up against the top portion of this drain assembly right there. So this 1.25 inch piece down below is inside the plastic, and this 1.5 inch part up here where the lever, the lift lever is up top. So it just barely fit, and so we wanted to kind of document that. We run water down these, everything looks good, and that's the only thing on this side. On this side, which is closest to the Roman tub, I'm going to try and take a video for you, but I'll probably flip the camera over and then it'll look pretty funny. They drilled the holes too close to the sink, and if you're a plumber, you do a lot of remodels, you know what I'm talking about. I'll just get the far one. So what happened is they drilled these holes, and you can see they're drilled right at the front. In other words, when you reach through the hole, you could touch the sink. And what happens is when you go to screw these down, those little stainless steel screws, they've got a pop out all the way around, and that ends up hitting the sink. And so you can't get it in there. So we just built some shims. We used a 1-inch Scudder 40 PVC pipe that had a bell end on it. So that's what you see on the cold valve, is a bell end, because it's big enough to go around the hole without sliding through, and small enough to where the bracket fits. You got that stainless steel washer, and then of course the brass nut, and then the stainless steel screws. And I'm not going to show you the hot side. It's over here behind the cabinet, and I definitely will spin it upside down. This one here, where the faucet comes through, is actually the end of the bell, and that guy, we cut it off. It had a little piece of the bell left, so up at the top you can see this 1.25 inch right here. Sorry, it's focusing on my hand. That's the bell part, and so it stops from going through. The 1-inch pipe will slide right through, but that part gives you a nice shim, and then the 1-inch is small enough to accommodate just the tubing coming through the mounting nut, and of course the tubing that connects the hot and the cold together. And so that guy right there is tightened down. It's not ideal because that metal bracket with the rubber gasket is supposed to be flat against granite, but you can't get that bracket in there. That bracket, you can see, would grab onto sorry, it's taking a picture of the net. It would grab onto the sink. From this side, you can see it would grab onto the sink, and then everything would start tilting. Anyways, that's just to say that A little bit more interesting over here. It did go back together. Fortunately, we had that on the truck, and so no big deal on that. But up here on the top, the handles are missing, and the reason why, as you can see, they gave you the HL 5376 in polished nickel. Got 3 sets for 2 sinks in the hall, 1 in here. That one they gave you a GL. I'm assuming that's some kind of a gold color. Just don't know, but it's definitely, I put them on and you could see there's a definite difference. So they need the PN, the polished nickel, instead of the GL. And so I think that's it. We did some tub trim. In the other bath, it's just a straight Moen Chateau, not the Posi Temp. So it's just got the round plate, the teardrop crystal knob, pulls in and out, on and off, and then left, right for hot and cold. Gave you it was a trim kit, so it came with a new spout. It was identical except for different colors, just pure chrome. So everything's really nice. Then of course we replaced the overflow plate and the drain assembly, just the top part, and gave you a toe touch. So it's all brand new chrome on that side of the wall. And again, I'm not going to take a picture of it because it's just a simple trim installation. We didn't actually do any plumbing, inside of the wall or whatnot. But anyways, we want to get that valve repaired. You'll need to get that other handle kit ordered, and we'll come back out. We'll get that replaced. We'll also, if you remind us, we'll check, the hot side, make sure that stop is not leaking. Hot and cold in here, not leaking. The other bathroom had quarter turn shutoff valves on there already. We didn't put them in, but all 4 in the hall bath on the sinks are quarter turn, and these are multi-turn. Multi-turn is fine as long as they're not leaking. And we'll check these as well. So anyways, everything here looks good. Outside of that, this installation is done.